It's time now for the PHL Afternoon News on the Sunday afternoon, June 28, 2015. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Peter Wiggins. I have top news and odds at 12:03 p.m. on this Sunday afternoon here. Our top story here at 12:03 is in Cape Canaveral, where SpaceX Falcon 9 rocket carrying supplies for the International Space Station broke apart less than 3 minutes after a 10:21 a.m. launch. In Taipei, the number of party revelers injured in a fire at a Taiwan water park was put at 498 on Sunday as authorities began investigating the cause, suspected to be a sudden explosion of a colored powder that thrown on those attending the party. The Confederate flag is a roadblock for Lindsey Graham's home state of South Carolina. He acknowledged it as a roadblock for South Carolina. Athens, Greek government officials and banking executives were meeting in Athens on Sunday evening to consider temporarily closing the country's banks and perhaps setting limits on AT. Escape killer Richard Matt smelled of alcohol and a border patrol agent killed him on Friday. The Buffalo News has reported a strong odor of alcohol emanating from his body after he was gunned down in woods in northern New York, the paper said. Now, Kanye West knows how it feels like he had upstage even in just a few seconds as a heckler invaded the stage Saturday night during West's opening song at Glastonbury Festival. In Tunisia, the latest development of the attack that killed 3 tourists on a beach in Tunisia, as investigators say that they are searching for one of the more accomplices in an attack on a luxury hotel in the Tunisian resort city of Sousse. Officials say progress has been made, but some differences remain. Iranian FM to fly back to Tehran for consultation to return to Vienna on Tuesday. A French flag and flags at the factory in Saint Quentin fired near land, saying on Friday suspect terrorist attackers. Suspect confessed to boss's murder, but motive is unclear. In Kuwait on Sunday, a divided suicide bomber began its worst known attackers, a young Saudi Arabian man said he detained the driver of the vehicle that took him to a Shiite Muslim mosque where he killed 27 people. Pro and anti-Confederate flag demonstrators stand on opposite sides of the South Carolina State House steps on Columbia on Saturday. The Verge a visitor to the Arkansas Crater Diamond State Park has the trip of a lifetime. She has subsequently unearthed again gem that is magnified as an 8¼ carat diamond. In Boston, former Boston crime boss James Whitebolger has some advice for 3 Massachusetts high school girls who worked with him in a school project. Crime doesn't pay. The Eurozone already lost Greece at least what the Bank of International Settlements annual report appeared to show when it first published. China has ordered for the 4th official interest rate cut in just 7 months as policymakers become increasingly concerned about the nation's volatile equality market and a prospect the country could miss its official growth target this year. In Sacramento, San Francisco was prohibited from using river water by the concerned authority. Since many decades, San Francisco has been taking water from the river in order to accumulate inside the Hetchy Dam. The battle for the weekend box office crown went right down the wire with 2 blockbuster films, Universal Jurassic World and Pixar's Inside Out and Ted 2. Activists Pope Francis and Foreign Minister in the Vatican brought thousands of streets in Rome. And activists displayed banners called for action on climate change against poverty in St. Peter's Square in Rome on Sunday. And a new research had found that a rheumatoid arthritis drug may also be beneficial for a skin disorder named vitiligo. Vitiligo is an acquired abscess of cells that produce the skin pigment melanin. Lately, there's been a lot of water-based bacteria cases and warnings popped up in the news. Now, the CDC has issued out a warning for newest parasitic threatening swimming pools called Cryptosporidium. And Sierra Leone announces new curfew to halt Ebola. PHL News on 12:07, 10 for a sports report here. The Boston Red Sox will wrap up a 3-game weekend series against the Tampa Bay Rays down in St. Pete at 1:10 p.m. here. In a thrilling encounter that ended in controversy, Tim Bradley defeated Jesse Vargas via unanimous decision. London, Rafael Nadal, deeply tanned from numerous golf outings in Malacca, Spain, France. His super heavy forehand struck the direction of practice part of Felix Lopez took the top of his net Saturday afternoon fell back as Novak Djokovic to encounter early tests. Here, telling news on 12:08. Time now for a travel report here on this Sunday afternoon here, and we got an accident on 95 and on northbound side before Route 4 in East Greenwich, so expect some delays around that area here. Route 6, we got an accident on Route 6 on the westbound side of Barnstable, so expect delays on Route 6 westbound from Barnstable all the way up to the Sagamore Bridge here. Route 20 on the northbound side, it is slow before the Bourne Rotary here. Route 3 on the northbound side, it is slow from Route 139 in Marshfield all the way out to Derby Street in Hingham. Let's get an accident on Route 3 northbound side around Route 220 in Rockland, so expect some delays around that area here. Southeast Expressway on the southbound side, slow before the Braintree split. Mass parking on the westbound side, slow after Route 9 in Framingham. 495 on the mass parking on the westbound side, slow around 495, doing an accident mass parking around Route 495 here. And then mass parking on the westbound side, it is slow from Millbury all the way out to I-84 in Sturbridge on the westbound side, eastbound side of mass parking slow after I-84 in Sturbridge. Got an accident mass parking on the eastbound side of Charlton, so expect some later here. 298 in the eastbound side, a little slow around Route 495 in Marlborough here. 495 on the southbound side, slow after Route 117 and still all the way down to Route 290 in Marlborough here. One way on the southbound side, so for Route 1 in Peabody all the way up to Linfield here. 1 a.m. on the southbound side, it is slow around the Mass Pike in East Boston here. Southeast Expressway on the northbound side, slow for Route 203 in Dorchester all the way up to the Mass Pike here. 93 on the southbound side, slow after Route 485 in Andover all the way up to Andover here. 93 on the northbound side, slow from 125 in Andover all the way up to Valley. We're doing an exit on 93 on the northbound side after Route 125, so expect some delays around that area here. Up in New Hampshire, 93 on the southbound side, so for Route 293 in Manchester to Route 120 in Devereux, New Hampshire here. 95 on the southbound side in New Hampshire, slow from Portsmouth all the way up to Northampton on the southbound side. Northbound side, it's slow around Route 101 in Northampton, New Hampshire here. Up in Maine here, Maine Turnpike on the southbound side, delays from York, Maine all the way up to Kittery and down from Portsmouth, New Hampshire on 95 here. And also, back up on 95 on the Maine Turnpike on the southbound side from Spitalford all the way up to Kennebunk and Wells here. And 93 on the southbound side, so for Route 4 in Tilton, New Hampshire, too. Before Route 89 in Concord, New Hampshire, that's because we got an accident on 93 on the southbound side in Route 3 in Concord, New Hampshire, so expect some delays around that. So on SL4 experiencing minor delays here. So on SL5 detour on Sunday until 7 p.m. Temple Place at Washington Street and Tremont Street of Boston. On the Kabir Rail, Fairmount Line, train 2761, 11:50 a.m. from South Station, delayed today, 10 to 50 minutes through late train traffic. Franklin Line, train 2707, 11:20 a.m. from South Station, delayed today, 15-20 minutes due to mechanical problem at South Station here. Greenbush Line train 2076 12:20 p.m. from Greenbush delayed today 10-15 minutes due to early mechanical problem. Greenbush Line train 2075 11:03 a.m. from substation delayed today 25 to 30 minutes out of substation due to a mechanical problem. Mayor. River Lakeville Line train 2003 11:20 a.m. from substation delayed today 10-15 minutes due to late equipment. Peter Channel News Times now 12:13. Time now for a weather report here. Friday this afternoon, showers like the main before 1 p.m. Petrograd, otherwise, Glasgow, high about 6 degrees. Northwood about 6 to 8 miles per hour. Because is 21 miles an hour. Chance precipitation is 6%. New Pacific breaths between the typical coordinate is possible. Tonight, chance of showers made before 7 p.m. Petrograd, otherwise, most Glasgow about 55 degrees. Northwest wind about 5 to 7 miles per common common after midnight. Winds Glasgow is 20 miles an hour. Chance precipitation is 3% new Pacific breaths less than 7 inches possible. Monday, Port Glasgow about 75 degrees. Calm wind becoming west wind 5 to 8 miles per hour in the morning. But it out. Port Glasgow about 68 degrees to 58 degrees. Southwest wind about 5 miles coming commonly near. Tuesday, most Glasgow about 80 degrees. Calm wind becoming southwest 5 to 8 miles per hour in the morning. Here. Tonight, chance of showers and thunderstorms morning after 1 a.m. Most Glasgow about 63 degrees. Chance of 30%. Wednesday, showers like possibly a thunderstorm before 10 a.m. Then chance of showers and thunderstorms after 10 a.m. Most of the skies with Iowa at 79 degrees. Transportation is 6%. With that, Podcast skies low about 61 degrees. Thursday, most static skies have about 78, low about 57 degrees. Friday, most static skies, chance of showers have about 67, low about 61 degrees. Transportation 30%. And for Independence Day on Saturday, Podcast skies about 67 degrees. Here, not temperature setting at 65 degrees with a humidity 93%, and it's overcast skies. And that's great for the Peter Chill afternoon news on this June 20th, 2059, Sunday afternoon. Please have a good day with a good positive answer. See you at 5 o'clock for Evening Report. Have a good day.